Hello, everybody. Welcome.
I feel like you're a radio personality.
It does.
Welcome to 92.9.
I love that so much.
Oh
Guys, we just stay clowning each other. It's not cool.
I know, right?
Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
It's your girl Febs.
Naz.
And your girl Chira, the local stally. We love to
The local
love to
stallies.
see it. I don't think I did it on the last episode. I was
Yeah, I think you
listening
gave it a
on
rest
one.
last
Yeah, I gave it a rest.
Yeah, I think you did.
But at this time, I'm back and I'm better.
She's like, damn it.
Yeah, I did. Because I was listening to it and I was like, I didn't say it. Like, how are they going to know it's me?
Oh, God.
Nah, I'm doing too
This
much.
is a Left Out podcast.
It is the Left Out podcast. We need a jingle, guys. Like, for real.
Honestly.
We actually
we'll
need
come,
one.
we'll come up with
We'll
something.
come up with something.
Yeah.
Even if you guys have suggestions, send them
Yeah,
through. We want to
Definitely.
hear them. We want to hear the jingle suggestions. I'm ready for it. But guys, it's actually been such like a crazy week for me.
What's been going on?
What happened?
Like just life in general, like just a bit mad, like work. And also I feel like keeping on top of this whole, like, you know how we're talking about in the first episode, like managing like our schedules, like with life and also like with podcasting and just everything. So it's just been hectic. So it's been a bit crazy. But like I had like a funny conversation with my mom. So she's on Instagram and she loves being like this Instagram babe.
Oh my god. She's on Instagram?
Yeah, my mom's on Instagram. It's actually so great. And she's always like,
Does she post?
she posts.
Oh my God.
She does. So like if you go on my photos, my mom always comments. Every single photo I post, my mom will comment. But anyway, so I was sending her like videos, like all of like our promo videos and stuff for the page. I was sending to her and she was like, but I don't know how to post this on my story. I want to post it on my story, but I don't know how
So
to
cute.
do it.
Number
She's
one
so cute.
fan.
I love that.
I literally love it so much. But yeah, it was so dope. So she posted it, but she didn't know how to tag us. So I messaged her, I was like, Mom, you didn't tag us. And she was like, how do you tag? How do you do that? But it was so lovely.
Honestly, that's the. I love my parents, but like, you know when they get like social media account like
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Twitter,
yeah.
I swear to God, every time, how do you do this? How do you do that? I'm like, I swear,
my
I want to pull
gosh.
my hair out.
They want you
Like,
to do the
It's
whole
true.
process
oh
for them.
my
man.
God.
It's true.
Now with Twitter, I'm just like having to explain to her like tweets and how do you
Yeah.
and it, like Twitter's actually hard.
Yeah,
Like,
it
when you
is.
explain it
Yeah.
to someone, it's pretty like it's just second nature to us. But like
Yeah.
when you have to explain it to someone,
It's
you're
actually
like,
hard, yeah.
oh shit,
I'm
man,
even
it's hard.
confused on Twitter.
There's a lot of steps.
It's a lot of
to it,
steps.
yeah.
It's
lot of
not. Facebook is kind of like straightforward, like beginner
Yeah.
level.
Do you know
Yeah.
what's crazy? My mom's
My
gonna
par-
listen to this and she's gonna be like, "What's Twitter? I want it as well."
My parents are both on Twitter, both on Facebook.
Yeah.
Really,
same.
your parents are on Twitter?
They're both
That's
on
mad.
Instagram, but they don't use it.
Okay.
They do
But-
Twitter for like advocating, but like it's a lot that goes into it. Like you kind of have to like explain like all the process. I'm like,
Okay.
oh my God. And then on Facebook, you know
They're
how like
professional Facebookers.
Oh.
though,
Yes,
definitely,
I
yeah.
feel like my parents know Facebook better than I do.
Oh, 100%.
Especially my mom. My dad doesn't really do social media, but
Mm.
my mom, she would
Yeah.
tell
My
me how
mum
to
doesn't
make a
have
Facebook
Facebook.
post.
my
Yeah.
mom doesn't have a Facebook account, but yeah, she'll be like she still uses it. She
Yeah.
doesn't have her own account. Like she'll show me things. I'm like, oh, okay.
So
Wow.
so
My mom
good.
comments on my photos, my friends' photos.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
Your mum is
She
active.
is.
With
That is
emojis,
so
I've seen
lovely.
emojis too. She,
Yeah,
she knows what, she knows what she's doing. Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
I feel like my approach
dad.
of really your dad comments as well.
But he's so good with Facebook.
That
Even
is so
Twitter, he's
dope.
pretty good with Twitter as well. Like,
That's so
like
lit,
for
man.
the,
But it's so cool. Like if you think about it, like social media for us is something that's such a norm in our generation.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's something that's like so dope to see like our parents like being able to adopt it because it's actually like a good form of communication above everything else for like
Yeah.
people back home and all that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So it's lit. Like I love it.
It's definitely I've noticed like I used to think it was only like maybe like a black thing where our parents kind of struggled with social media, like
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Facebook and
Yeah.
you know what they share and stuff. But like I've seen like my high school friends' mums and stuff, or people that are like even that I work with that are much older,
Yeah.
like their Facebook and how they use it is kind of like the same way our parents and stuff do. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, they'll just share like weird things like just ate breakfast, like tell us what they've had with their meal and stuff. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
It's so crazy
cute.
how
it's cute.
well for me like
Mm.
when I used to be on Facebook
Mm.
when I got it, like I was like what, I think I was after MySpace, it was like
Oh,
16,
yeah.
17.
We're showing our age now.
Yeah.
They probably don't even know what
My
MySpace is.
parents hated it. Like
Really?
they
Oh,
hated
yeah,
it.
100%.
They hated it. They thought it was dangerous.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you can't say your real name. You know, they can.
Oh
Remember-
my God,
Remember?
no.
Like,
Yes.
They used to like say like they have all your details. How could you do
Everything.
that? And like also they thought it was like time waster. I
Damn.
wasn't focusing.
Yes.
All that.
Yes.
That's a big
And
one.
then my dad always brings it up now, and he's like, "Isn't it funny that I used to give you so much like grief, but
Yeah.
now like look at us, like look at you and my mum, like I
Honest-
mean me
that's
and
so
my your
true.
mum."
The name thing, because I remember when I first got Facebook, I think I was like
Yeah.
14 or 15,
Mm.
but I never used it.
Yeah.
And then my dad like used to embed me like, don't give them your full name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they can't, they'll hack you, they'll
Yeah,
do this,
that's
you
it.
know.
Yeah.
And I made my last name like Smith.
Of all of the ones you could have picked.
And then I remember actually, like a few years ago, so we have a friend named Fana. She has a YouTube account,
Yeah.
and
Shout out.
shout out Fana. And I remember like, I commented on her YouTube video, and I was like, you know, da, 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 and it came up like Nas Smith, and she's like, what the hell?
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even realize, I didn't clock, like, I didn't
That
change
happened.
it, and I
That's
forgot
so
I even
funny.
did that. But it was just like, yeah.
So we'll call you Mrs. Smith from
Hell
now on.
no.
When my mum got Facebook, I literally put her name as her full name, and my dad was like, "You are so stupid. You are so dumb. You must change it now."
They're coming for you.
I was like, bro. So she had to change it. Like if she changed it, it's not the way you spell her first name.
Oh my god, I swear African parents, they come up
They're
with,
so funny.
they come up with anything.
They do. I think it's genuinely paranoia. Like it is like
It's the unknown, because they don't know.
they
what's-
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But it's not even like it's from like an intelligence place at the same time as well.
Mm.
But like I just remember some of the crazy things. Like my mom, like Facebook, that was a massive thing. I joined Facebook without telling my mom
yeah.
because all my friends were on Facebook.
Oh my god. me
And
too.
back then, we also had like MSN Messenger.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my god, MSN.
Yeah.
Yes, and you do like the
MSN.
video calls.
Girl.
It was
I used
dope.
to run home for MSN.
Yes!
Like,
Oh
what?
my
Like,
God.
Oh
I
my
was wearing
god.
my school uniform right on that computer.
I'm home
Oh my
online.
God.
It was
Or
dope.
when someone comes online
and you see the little thing pop up.
Yes, I remember my MSN name. So, like in Australia back then,
Yeah.
like surfer brands were popping. So like
Oh,
Billabong
okay.
and Roxy, they
Okay.
were popping. Yeah. So I named myself Roxy Girl Number 1.
Wow. Okay, Roxy girl
Roxy
number
girl.
When
one.
my dad found out the name, he went crazy. Do
Really?
you even know what this mean? Do you even know? And I'm like, do you actually know what it means too?
What did he think? He thought it was
Honestly,
sexual?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he
I'm
thought
so
maybe
sorry.
sexual or something. I don't know what he read it as. Number 1, a Roxy girl. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh my God, he probably thought it was a porn star
Yeah,
name.
fabs.
Whoa. That escalated very quickly.
But no, I was just like, man.
Roxy was so in.
Roxy was in. I had a Roxy
Yeah.
pencil case, everything. I was popping.
That's so crazy.
You never
Yeah.
no on MSN like you
But-
never put your full name.
No,
like,
never.
It was like that was like you're a
Yeah,
loser.
says to the girl that
If
had
you
like,
put-
she had the longest one.
Oh, really?
My first one.
Oh my god, tell
Oh,
her.
it's embarrassing. Come on, you're gonna
So?
embarrass me like this. It was I was-
I'm so excited to hear this now. Go on, tell us.
oh gosh. In my defense, I actually didn't make it up.
Who made it up?
One of my friends
Oh,
did, but I
okay.
loved it.
You
It was
definitely loved
I dot will dot keep dot my dot friends forever.
I
at
love
hotmail.com.
that.
So she had to type that in every single time. I dot will dot.
And then a couple of years later, I changed it to Fevin Wheezy.
Oh yeah, you
To
did.
Feather Wheezy.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
No, but
did.
I get that. Is it because you're obsessed with Lil Wayne?
No, Bow Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really
Come on now.
obsessed with
Yeah.
Bow Wow.
Acting like you ain't. Come on now.
Yeah,
Bow
because
Wow.
I
Nah,
was
I was
back.
Team Romeo, man. I
Oh,
was.
I lost
I
soul.
was. I'm so
We
sorry.
would have never been
I
friends
was.
back then.
I was. I was. Like I used to jump here and there, but I was definitely Team Romeo.
You know,
I
so-
was.
back in the day, man. Like I remember, like Febs and I and like a few other people, we would literally, we had a Bow Wow CD,
Okay.
and we would have dance competitions to Bow Wow. Like we would dance, we would have so much fun. It was
Mm.
like our childhood.
I
Yeah.
get that though. Like that's mad. Cause like, and you do like almost like you're an X Factor, and then you'd ask your parents to like judge
It
who's
was
the
really
best.
Come up-
serious.
It was.
Literally.
It was very
It's
serious.
You took
I
it
get
really
that.
serious.
You'd
Costume.
Costumes. Wow.
Sometimes-
Wow, I didn't really do costumes.
like when we would do like with Betty and Brickty and stuff, like we would kind of do costumes.
Did we
Not
really?
costumes, but we would kind of try to dress like.
Oh
them.
yeah, come on, like just put a cardigan on or something.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But no, it was really serious. Like you really thought you were on stage
100%.
performing.
Like we
Yeah.
would be outside, like
Oh,
we'd
in
always be at
in your
gatherings.
backyard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll split it up into groups. You go there, we go here. Like it was like you got served.
Yeah.
Come up with some dance moves,
and then you come and you
perform.
show it. Yeah. But that just shows like how different childhood is now.
Yeah, man.
because that's the stuff that I remember like so
Yeah.
fondly. Like I think of like my girls back in UK. Like I used to have like a church group.
Mm.
And we would always link up. They'd have like these whole parties after church, and we'd eat and all this kind of stuff. So we'd link up, and it would be literally that. Like you're just chatting. It's just fun. You're like making up songs. You're making up
Making up
dances.
songs,
Yeah,
yes,
like it was just like good times.
And you didn't care if you were a bad dancer or a good
Exactly.
dancer. It was really
You just
fun.
had fun.
I
Yeah,
feel like it's
you-
starting to come back though, like
This-
nowadays with these kids, because it's like with TikTok. Like I saw
Yeah.
my neighbors literally set up their phone and the kids were just dancing. So
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, I haven't
dancing's
seen this
coming
in
back.
In a
years.
long
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
But they're recording it.
Kids.
We weren't recording
No,
it. We were
definitely.
just,
We were
It's
just
I
fast.
doing
wish. I
it.
kind of wish there was.
We had
footage.
record the one
too.
I
Yeah.
remember there was once like we had like it was like a big like youth conference like for church, and we went like and I remember they had like a fashion show back in those days. Your Sally, you know me, she thought she was a model. This girl here, I thought I was a model. I did, I really did. And I remember this so fondly, like so vividly, like, and I was wearing the most ridiculous outfit. It
Yeah.
was like back then there was none of these like Instagram filters, like like kids these
Come
days,
as you
like
are.
literally purple eyeshadow, like you just looked an absolute mess, but it was still jokes.
Fly. It was
Yeah.
fly back then.
I remember walking across that stage thinking, I'm Naomi Campbell. Like
Oh
in my head, I was thinking, I am Naomi Campbell.
I,
And I just love thinking about stuff like that and like thinking about those kinds of memories.
yeah.
And I just want the same for like even like just my younger siblings and like,
Yeah.
because it's dope. Like when you think about that's the stuff you remember when you're older.
yeah, 100%. Like, do you remember the movie Honey?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a staple in our community.
Yeah.
That I still to this day know some of the dance moves.
Okay.
Oh, I definitely.
Wow.
Actually,
It
the
was-
one
it-
in the studio.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Takes off that top, puts it as a
I thought that was the best outfit,
We
bro.
thought that shit was fly. Like even the way Romeo was dancing, we
Yeah.
literally rehearsed that movie, the dance moves,
Yeah.
for 2
Even
years
what
straight.
about crumping?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
After wait, did you see it from Bring It On?
No.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
I watched it. Bring It
From
On.
Bring It On, yeah. And then he's doing the thing with his
Yeah,
chest.
I thought you were talking about Bring It On one. Yeah. Cringe.
That's such a cringe.
It's so cringe, man. When
At
I
the
watch
time-
it now, at the time I was like, wow, I want a man to do that to me. Like,
It was
it was
so
so
It was
bad.
mad.
so cringe.
It was
man.
mad.
Now it's just.
Like even like what was what was that Chris Brown movie?
Oh, Stomp the Yard.
Yes, Stomp
Mm.
the Yard, all that stuff. I'm like, oh, I want to be in that. I want to do that. I want to,
Legit, man.
sign up.
But nah, the Bring It Ons, even just those like dancing movies like Step Up, all of them, they
Oh,
were
yeah.
so dope.
Do you
I
think that's why? Because there was so many dance.
There
like,
was.
movies.
There was
I
a
don't know
massive dance
about-
culture.
Dance movies now like are so cringe. Have you seen Honey 2?
I haven't watched Honey
Oh,
too.
man,
Yeah, it's a
don't
bit
even do
cringe.
it.
It's
Don't do
not-
it.
Nah, I've heard
Okay,
of
I
that.
have like a very, very like, unpopular opinion.
What?
I feel like when something is good, don't ruin it.
100%.
And they do
I
that
agree.
with sequels.
Yeah.
Like Fast and Furious was dope. And then now they've just done too much. Like I watched the recent one. It's not bad. I actually thought it was like a decent movie, but there was some action scenes in it where I was like, this is a bit dramatic.
Yeah.
But sometimes when something is good, just let
Leave
it be
it alone?
good.
Yeah.
Leave it
Yeah.
alone.
I felt
Leave
that
it
way.
alone.
It's probably unpopular as well. I felt that way with Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Yeah,
really?
I felt like 1 and 2 were they were
Oh,
classics.
that was
Yeah.
That I had
That's
the
another
DVDs.
thing.
I would watch it all the time.
Yeah.
all the time.
Like, and then
Every
it's like I knew when number 3 was coming out, it just wasn't gonna slap like number 2 or number 1 did.
yeah.
And then when I watched it, like it felt like it was kind of like going down Fast and Furious lanes. Like it was kind of gimmicky.
Do you
I'm
know?
like, let it go. Like it was what it was. You
But
don't
it
need
was
to,
still
You
good.
don't need to
It
ruin
was
something.
alright, but
that's
it wasn't
good.
what number 1, number 2
Of
were.
course
But it's
not.
like you don't need to. Just leave it alone.
Do you
I
know
feel
what they ruined?
Well,
Coming to America. Have you watched
I
Coming to
haven't
America
seen
too?
it.
Yeah,
I haven't
you're
seen
right.
They
Right.
ruined it.
They did.
Oh,
They
that's so
actually ruined
sad.
it.
It was
The
trash.
second one,
It was
don't waste
trash.
your time.
It was
Stop.
fucking
Don't
trash.
waste
You're
your
right.
time.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
god, I
was-
haven't seen it.
Don't
no
waste.
point.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
I literally stopped the movie like 30 minutes in. I
Me
was like,
too.
what are they doing?
I didn't even finish it.
I
was
didn't
kinda
finish
like,
it either. Because it was
so
whack, man.
Yeah, it was.
They were just doing too much.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
Coming to America 1 was a classic. Like
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
that movie so many times. So many times.
So bomb.
Sometimes
It's still
sequels
fun.
don't
It's
need
so
to
funny.
happen.
Well, number 1 is so funny.
Yeah, number 1
But-
is hilarious.
I always laugh at that scene when the girl, like when she's like, whatever you like.
Oh, she, yeah, she comes in the second one too.
Yeah, she does. She does.
But
But then sequels are just mad. Like But when I think about my childhood, I think about like all of these cool things, like we're saying, like movies, like even playing out. Did you guys have like, did your friends used to come like knock on your door and be like, oh, can Fevin come and play out? Like, you just,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my neighbors.
And what about knock and
yeah.
run?
yeah,
Oh.
knock.
Oh
Oh,
my
yes, that
God.
was so dumb.
Oh my God, I have so many stories of doing that. Like, no, we had a name for it back
Knock
then.
a door run. That's what we called
Knock
it.
door run. No, we didn't have it
No,
like
it's
that.
called knock and run.
Was it called knock and run?
Yeah.
I thought it had like a name.
No, knock and run.
Knock and run? Okay,
Yeah.
it was knock and run. Pretty straightforward. That shit. I remember one time, oh man, me and my friend, we did it. And
Yeah.
then like her brother sat on the curb across the road, yeah, in front of the house. Dumbasses. We were like, we still went ahead with it. We knocked and we ran into their bushes. The lady comes out. Where are they?
Is that what he said?
No, the lady came out, and then
Okay.
her brother pointed, and he was like, "They're over there in the bushes." She's like, "Get up!" Now. We were like, it was so dumb. We used to get in trouble all the time, and then like literally one time, like the neighbor complained and knew we were doing it, and he came
Yeah.
to my house, and then he was like, "Your kids, they keep knocking on our door, running away. It's a nuisance, yada yada." And then my mom in front of them was just like, "Don't worry, I would hit her. Don't worry." And then literally when I got home, it was beatings, bro. It was beatings.
That is
knock
so
and run.
hilarious.
Oh, that knock and run was epic. We used to do that all the time.
No, but it's a classic, man. I remember we used to, like, my estate, like where we used to live, like our area, there was like a massive like hill and like a massive grassed area. It was like a bunch of bushes. So there was like literally like a series of houses, and I remember my friends would come and would be like, let's do it, let's play the game today, let's play the game today. And would knock. And those days I could run, man. Now I can't. But I would sprint.
No,
and
you're running for your life.
you're running for your life.
Yeah, you're
And
running.
also, I was just
Running.
thinking, if my father ever knew this is what I was doing, he would beat me.
Oh, for sure, man.
But it was mad. Like, I remember that so funny. It's so funny, though.
Did you used to get like corporal punishment? Did you get hit?
Like, personally, I didn't.
Really?
Wow.
I
never
didn't.
got hit?
No.
Wow.
Like, I can literally count on one hand, like, how many times.
Wow.
I was such a good kid. Like,
was on my household. Wow.
no, for real. Like, I actually think, like, because obviously I chat with my friends about this and, like, all of, like, the funny stories they have of, like, their parents and, like, all of that kind of stuff, like, being African kids.
Yeah.
And I never did.
wow.
I actually
Wow.
didn't. My parents used to, like, threaten and be like,
Yeah.
don't do that. I'll beat you.
not even a slap.
No, man, I never used to get beat. I think I was such like a good kid, and
That's
also
amazing.
high key. Like, I know my brother listens to it, but I'm my parents' favorite.
Oh wow.
No, okay,
You
I'm
went
the only
there.
girl. Like, I'm the only girl, so I feel like I have a bit of advantage. Whereas, like, with my brothers, I can't even say any of us did. Like, we were all really good kids. Like,
Please, I don't stop them. Wow.
find an
yeah,
excuse.
nah,
Yeah,
like,
there's always a reason.
and I don't know. We've never been like kids that like chat back or anything like that.
No, I
Wow.
never disrespected in that sense where I
Yeah.
talk back. Like I would close the door and then talk back to myself.
When you're walking
Yeah,
away
when
on the
you
wall,
walk away,
like,
have you seen that TikTok
No.
when you pack the bag?
Oh, I packed my bags and ran away a few times. Like as a kid, and I'd make it to the front door and
Oh,
they'd be
when-
like, "Get it!" And I'm like,
That TikTok where like the door closes and then he puts the rude finger up.
Yeah.
all the time. You do those things, but like,
Yeah.
nah. I you know what's so crazy is like it's so funny like when you talk to like white people about getting hit, punishments and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and they
think
look at
it's
you like
traumatic, yeah.
very
Abuse.
traumatic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's abuse. It's like
Yeah.
it's a really sad thing, but it's like I find it a very funny experience in my life. Like I don't
Yeah.
look at it as honestly,
Yeah,
I don't
me
look at it as
too.
a bad thing.
yeah.
I feel like it built character in me.
yeah.
It made me strong, and I don't really knock my parents for it. But what the funny thing is, every time I bring it up now, sometimes as a joke. Oh, Dad, do you remember when you did this?
Yeah.
I never hit you. What are you talking about, bro? I'm like, I'm not gonna tell DCP. It's just like it is what it is.
They
Like
can't
you can
even
laugh.
take you now.
Nah.
So
Yeah, I know I'm grown now, but it's like it's not
Right.
even. They think like he thinks I'm taking it like on a traumatic experience. I'm like, no, we can laugh.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Do you remember the experience where you know you're about to get hit? So
Oh,
you
that's
brace
the
yourself.
worst.
Brace
That's,
yourself
you go to
for it.
sleep trying to act like you're dead to the world. They
Oh,
wake
yeah.
you right up.
no, but that
Get up.
that is a real thing.
No,
Like, you
100%.
know you're in trouble.
When your
You've
mother
done
tells-
something messed up
No.
and you put yourself to sleep.
When your mom
Today you'll
says,
sleep with
yes.
hunger. It's fine.
when your mom tells you, wait until your dad come. I'm like, oh, please strike me dead now. That shit is scary. You'll have your first like anxiety attacks in those moments.
Life flashes before your eyes.
100%.
No, for me it was like I remember there was this one time I went with my parents to like a family friend's house, and like I was helping them like bring out like the dishes to get ready for dinner, and I dropped one, and I remember the look my mum gave me.
Oh, that
Like,
eye.
The eye.
Yeah.
It was this
The
this
The eye
look
tells you
of
everything.
because I was just thinking, damn, I just broke a plate in someone else's house, and she gave me this look like, okay, when we
Wait
get
until
home.
you get home.
That's the eye, and you
the
know it.
eye, the eye. That's,
Yeah.
that's even that eye when you ask to sleep over.
Like
you
someone's
know.
no, you can't.
Yeah.
Wow, I felt that one.
Oh, were you allowed to sleep over?
Nah, like it depended on my parents' mood, but a lot of the time, me and my friends, you know, you're hyping each other up. You're like, so can you ask? Because if I ask them, they're gonna say no.
Yeah.
So can you
Yeah,
ask
it was
for
always
me?
Betty.
That was always Betty. Betty was the token girl.
Really?
Like, yeah, 100%. We'd be like, Betty,
Guys.
go, talk to them. And she would push her. She'd be the. But yeah, she'd be the first one. But like, even like, did you guys ever get like, even with the punishments? Yeah,
Yeah,
they started to get creative.
yeah, they do.
They don't. It's not just hitting with the shoe. The. Did you ever get belt? Oh, you didn't even get hit. Like
I
belt.
didn't get
Oh,
hit
there
like
was the
that.
wooden spoon.
The spoon, the belt. What if they could skipping ropes?
And even in our culture, like this is probably it's gonna sound so bad, but it was just reality. They have that thing, like we had that thing where you had to
Tambarque?
go on your knees.
Yeah. Go
and
on
then
your-
hold the yellow page.
I was gonna say the yellow page. Yeah, man.
and you'd have to stay there for an hour. And
Bro,
you
that was my dad's favorite, man. And then they'd be
couldn't bend.
couldn't bend it. They'd put TV on, watch TV. They'd be relaxing, feet up.
Yellow pages.
Yellow pages.
if you like, if you start to like,
Yeah, if you if you like
hunch.
hunched over,
get up.
you're like, oh,
And then do that for an hour. Okay, but what would you
not
have
an hour,
done?
but like you you learn your lesson.
You wouldn't do
You
it
definitely
again.
learn your lesson.
Even
after
like
that.
did you ever get the the pen in between your fingers?
Oh,
The
yes,
pencil
I
in
did.
bet-
Oh, sorry, you didn't.
Oh man, you didn't get
I'm
it. You
learning today. Come on, teach me.
They'd get a pen, right? And
Yeah.
they'd put it in between your finger, and then they would just like close that pen in between your finger and kind of like squeeze it. Bro, that shit hurts, and you can't scream and you can't cry. You'd be like, and then you'd be like, oh my god, that was painful. But yeah, man, I got roll. I got the belts. I got the skipping ropes.
Yeah.
I got whatever they could get their hands on.
Same.
Do what you gotta
Nah,
do.
but the yellow pages, that is creative.
Oh my gosh.
Do you feel like they give each other notes? Ah, so how you went to
I
beat
swear-
your child today?
Swear,
Because it's mad.
I don't know.
I must say my mum was more of the hitter. My dad didn't really hit me that much.
Yeah.
But when he did,
No, mine were
it was
equal.
really rare. But when he did, like,
Nah,
it
mine were
was him,
equal
he was
opportunities.
really mad.
Mine were equal opportunities. Whoever wants to take
Take
turns.
turns.
I'm tired. You go.
My dad
I
just
love
gave
it.
me lectures.
Oh, you know what the worst
But
was?
that's
Oh yeah,
that-
lectures. Yeah, lectures. I used to
Yeah.
You
get
know
that
what?
too.
Like my parents, that was only when I was younger. But when I started getting a little bit older, it was more lectures, and I was just like, man, I'd rather get the beating.
It's true.
Oh man, me too.
Right, for real though. No, do you know what? Mom, I know you listen to this and I love you. But my mom, she can lecture. Ha!
Yeah.
That woman,
Yeah.
she can really, really tell you. And do you know what? It's worse, like hearing, oh, I'm disappointed or this, that, and the other. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I reckon the disappointment part is like the worst thing.
just take
Because
my
that,
phone.
yeah, 100%.
Do
I'm
whatever
like,
it-
just break in front of
Oh
me, man.
yeah,
Just hit me.
that's the worst when
Yeah.
they give you that silent treatment.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's
Or
when-
even,
that's
when
I'm
it
really
hurts.
disappointed
yeah.
in you.
Yeah.
Because at least if we've had like an equal
Or you've
argument.
hurt me.
Yeah, or you upset me. Nah, that hurts.
Yeah,
that
for
hurts.
sure.
Yeah.
But I remember for me, it was always about school, like
Mm.
all the time.
School,
And I
man.
remember my mom, she loves to tell this story. She loves to tell the story about like, and I believe her, like it's definitely like something that she experienced in her childhood. But she'd always like, when we didn't do well at school, or she wants to talk about how like she's achieved academically. Me, do you know what I used to do? I had to hike to my school.
Oh man, the
I had
talk.
to walk very far. And sometimes, you know, when I was at boarding school, they didn't allow us to stay up too late. So I'd have the candle, I'd go into the toilet with a bucket, and I'd put my feet in cold water in the bucket and I would study. I would read. So what's stopping you from reading?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's
guilt
stopping
trip.
you?
Oh, that.
What's stopping you?
Oh, my mom would be like, when I was your age.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
The-
When I was,
literally the walking to school.
Walking
Yeah,
to
hiking.
school.
Sounds like it's 50
I-
kilometers.
Yeah.
Right.
They had to go through lions and
I was
bushes,
working
man.
two job, providing for my family, and you can't even do your homework.
Oh man.
No, but it's so like I love this kind of stuff. Like I love that my mom told me stories like this because I'm gonna do the same to my kids when I have them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
going
have
to
nothing to-
exacerbate the truth
Oh,
so
yeah.
much and be like, oh, do you know what I used to do? Me, I didn't even have a phone. I'm just gonna lie.
shit.
I'm
Oh,
gonna cap
but
heavy.
no. I don't know if that's cap for you, but that's not cap for us. We didn't have no phones. I had my
Yes, we
first
did. What the hell?
when I was in year 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
yeah,
but it
fair.
wasn't like what they have now.
now. Yeah, it's different.
But that's it's different times. But
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
had phones and shit.
Yeah,
Man, I had a
true.
Motorola Pink.
Yeah, I know.
I had
So
a-
did I.
bro,
I
had
had,
to-
I
did it
had
say-
the light pink one.
I
You
had the hot
the-
pink.
yeah,
I had a
the hot-
Motorola as well. And did it go, hello,
I'd-
Moto?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
switched
Hello,
on me,
Moto.
yeah.
And then I had
Hello,
I had
Moto.
so many ringtones, bro. I was popping.
Yeah, it was so fire,
That
man.
was
When
so
you would
fire.
Bluetooth
Bluetooth songs to each
Oh,
other.
The ringtones. Oh my god.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
so freaking crazy. Do you know what? I miss being a
LimeWire?
child. My brother used to use LimeWire. I remember that. And it
Oh,
would
yeah,
put
before.
viruses on your computer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always, I used to always get viruses because I always
Yeah.
used
Every
LimeWire.
single day.
Mm.
Man, times have changed, man.
I
But like
miss being a
even
child.
with like punishment stuff. To be honest, I didn't get hit that much, but the times that I did get hit, it was significant. Like
Yes,
I remember it. Like
serious,
yeah,
yeah.
like you remember it. But like even like the worst times were parent teacher interviews at school. That I mentally prepared
felt that
myself
with my chest.
the night before. I had to even that a week leading up to it.
Yes.
You prepare yourself
Yes.
mentally. You have to prepare. You obviously know what's going to come with it, especially if you haven't been doing good. You know, so I prepared for that day.
Yeah.
I'd sit in the front seat, talk to my dad, be nice. My mom just be friendly. But mostly at school, it'd be my dad. Get to that interview, when they talk to you, my parents would literally not even want to hear the good stuff. So what is the problem? what like they would just want to go
And
straight
then
to
when
the
they
bad.
say, "Oh, like she's been distracted," of course.
Of course, she talked too much.
Yes,
she
of
joke. Yeah, everything. Did your
Yes.
parents ever pinch you and stuff?
Oh yeah, under the table while they're talking.
Oh, bro.
My dad kicked me under the table.
Oh, bro, not subtle at all. And then when you drive back home, I'm in the back seat now. I'm just quiet, quiet as could be. Not even hungry, not nothing. Just shush.
But I felt that one, the talking in class. That was the one that would trigger my dad. He'd be like, "So you're going to school to talk?
Oh, yeah, man.
Why are you talking in class?
Why do you have to be loud?
Why?
Oh,
Exactly.
You have lunch and recess for that.
Enough. You talk after school. That's enough. I'm like, oh my god. That's so true, man.
Oh my goodness. Even like report cards. That used to stress me out. And also because in Australia they put them in an envelope.
Mm.
Oh my god!
I would literally
I
stand
would
outside my mailbox.
always,
I'd be
always
stressed.
get it before my parents.
It was
too.
anxiety in an envelope, my guy.
It was
Literally.
real
Oh
anxiety.
man, it was so scary.
It
So
was
screwed that up.
because you're literally thinking, what have they wrote?
Oh my god, that
What
that
have
is
they
actually
wrote?
that was the scariest
That's
time.
trauma.
That, yeah,
It
for
is.
real.
That's trauma.
Yeah, man. That,
It is.
That's so traumatic that I would have to like. I would
You'd
wait
be
till other people
shaking.
saying that. Oh, I got my report. I'm like, oh my god, mine's coming today. Mine's coming today. I'd get it, try to open it, see it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. I'll get in trouble.
And I
whatever.
would always like wait until I had to give it to them because they'll be
Mm.
like, "Has it come yet?" I'm like, "No, it hasn't come yet." I don't
And then
know.
even when I know it's good, but still you can get it all air.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not the best. I'm like, oh my god, bro.
Yeah,
Accept what you get.
legit.
Bruh.
Oh, man.
It's so crazy. What are some things that in your childhood that you guys were like terrified of? Or like things that you did when you were a kid and there's still habits that you do now?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Things that I did as a kid that I do now.
Like your parents have instilled it into you.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Something random.
Mm.
I always wash
Oh.
my chicken.
You wash your
yeah,
chicken.
yeah.
Mad, okay.
That's
You
mad.
don't wash your chicken?
You don't wash chicken.
Like you do, but like
With
is
like lemon and salt.
okay,
Yeah.
no, not
Water.
like that.
What do you do
Just wash the chicken.
with water?
With water, yeah.
I mean, I can accept that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
But
you were
with
gonna.
lemon and salt, that's mad.
I don't do salt, but I do lemon.
Mm.
Yeah, I do lemon. I wash it with lemon.
Okay.
But yeah, I think even like
That's so random.
Yeah, it is. It's very random, but okay.
It's like the
Um,
first thing that pumped.
I feel like that's just black people across the board.
Yeah,
The
and my
chicken
mom
thing?
doesn't wash her chicken with lemon and salt, but she washes her chicken.
Really?
Yeah,
You know, I heard somewhere that people don't wash their chicken.
This is
Yeah, I saw that too. Do you guys like, being that you're from Zim?
yeah.
Like, okay, like, do you say, like, when you greet your family members? Because I know some African people would not greet them by their names,
Yeah.
and in our culture we do.
Like your uncles and stuff.
Yeah, I'll say their names.
Really?
Yeah, we don't do that whole like you can't say someone's
But
name.
you're not meant to. I don't
I mean,
think.
everyone does it.
Yeah, I think because we grew up here. I don't think.
Oh,
it's
that's
Nah,
mad.
that would have
Nah.
been if it was that serious. Even my cousins and all them don't do it.
No,
We say
don't.
people's. We
No.
say, oh, you don't say people's
No,
names.
you don't say people's names. Like unless it's like uncle something. Like
Oh.
then you. But nah, that's taboo,
Really?
man.
But like,
Yeah,
if
see,
someone's
I've noticed
old
on
in
the-
our thing, we can't say their name. Like, if,
like a grandparent. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But it's like if it was like your mum and dad, I'm not gonna be like uncle and auntie. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I'm gonna say their names.
So like, let's say her mom's name is Susan.
Yeah, I'll
That's
say
Susan.
Yeah,
Hi,
I'll say
Susan.
Not even Auntie Susan. Just hi, Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, my mum would punch me.
I
if
know.
ever did
You know
that,
what?
man.
I feel like it is
Bruh.
actually wrong, but for some reason we just do it.
Is
in
it
our
like
culture.
and like your parents and like your aunties and uncles and stuff don't mind?
I mean, I've never been told not to.
That's mad.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
obviously my grandmother, I will
Will
dress her
respect,
correctly.
yeah.
Yeah, dress her correctly. But like other than that, you by your name.
Nah,
Oh,
even
and
for me,
like
it's
your-
like auntie, uncle, like even like saying it now, but I've never ever addressed them.
Wow. Like even when
Nah.
you what about when you like greet them? Do you kiss or do you guys just kind of like
Nah, like
nod
it's,
your head or do you kind of do a thing?
it's like a handshake, like a
Proper
ours
handshake?
is
Yeah,
like,
it's like-
if
Yeah.
you greet a male, like you have to give them the handshake,
yeah.
and then if
Oh, a little
it's,
shoulder dab
Oh,
sometimes.
and,
yeah,
okay.
But yeah,
no, but if it's like the first time greeting, it's always a handshake.
yeah. It's-
do you-
I don't even know. so-
Yeah, it's serious. It's never like you don't go in for the
yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
but then when it's females and like I guess like men that like are close to you and close to your family and stuff, then
Yeah.
they do the three kisses.
Yeah. What is something that you think that like you've carried from your childhood that your parents
That
have
I still
kind of
do up
taught
to
you?
now? Oh, that's a good question that I asked. Something that I still do. I feel like for me, something that my mum taught me is if there's people at your house, you always feed them.
Yeah.
That's something
yeah,
that
yeah,
up
yeah.
to this day I still do.
Clean house.
Definitely.
Yeah, I
Clean
feel
house.
very, very anxious
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
like I invite people to the house
Yeah.
and like I haven't got something to offer you.
Yeah.
Like that's
so true.
something that like my
Yeah.
mom's definitely instilled into me. Yeah, and definitely that aspect of people coming to your house and like you've not cleaned.
So you kind of have to be. What's that like when you're
Hospitable
yeah,
all the time.
I am.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will definitely
That's something.
say
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Yeah.
That is me too. Like literally, as soon as they walk in, do you want a drink? Have you eaten? Like that's
Yeah.
literally, and obviously that's come from my mom.
Yeah,
That's so
Yeah.
true.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my mom loves to cook, man. My
Yeah.
mama, yeah, she loves to cook, and like,
And it's just it's a nice feeling,
It
kind of like when someone
is.
comes over and then you feed them.
And you feed-
yeah,
and I feel like it's something that's so wholesome. Like,
yeah.
I really feel like food is the way to like someone's heart. Like, I've had like my best conversations around
food, yeah.
food,
Yeah.
and like really gotten to know people with food involved.
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
and it's such a beautiful thing. I think that's such a massive thing in like just African culture across the board. Food is something that's very, very like significant in our cultures.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
think-
definitely for me.
For me, something that I'd probably say if I had to flip it, maybe something that I've been shown, but I probably won't carry is
Mm.
like I feel like with African cultures, we kind of do this thing where we like we don't talk about what's going on inside the house.
Yes.
Like there's shame and da da da. I
Yeah.
agree. Like you don't have to like let people know your business,
yeah.
but I also think sometimes it doesn't need to be taboo
yeah.
about certain things. Like we can talk about like I don't even know. Like you can seek out help if you needed to
Yeah.
with mental health or with,
whatever it might
like
be.
yeah, anything really. So it's like sometimes like I just don't like when we do that too much because it's like if we keep making things taboo,
People
don't-
aren't gonna open up about.
we're not going to
things,
open up.
yeah.
We're not going to learn
Only
anything.
show the
That's right.
best version of yourself.
Exactly.
It's
and we know that's-
true,
yeah,
yeah.
It's,
It's
we're putting up a
very
facade.
toxic.
Yeah.
It's very, very toxic.
I
Very.
completely agree, and I feel like that's one thing in our generation I feel like is changing. Like we're definitely more expressive about our emotions. We definitely have all of these very tough conversations more often than not, and that is definitely something I agree. I've really adopted that aspect of your life is your life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to go and tell everybody, every Jack, Jill, and and Harry, sorry, about what's happening in your life.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's again what you said, Fevs. It's toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can actually be dealing with something and you're not able to express that because you're afraid of how people are going to receive it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like in like growing up, I've always been like more on the open side.
Yeah.
And what's it called? I feel like I was definitely like like I was shunned for it. Like, it was like, why are you so open?
Yeah.
This. Not like I like told every single person. Like, it's just because I was more
You're just expressive.
carefree, and expressive. And because in our community, it's like you have to be like timid, quiet, like, reserved.
Yeah.
kind of like it's kind of conservative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
And I just didn't fit that box, and
Yeah.
I was like, it was seen as a negative rather than a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very bad, and
I agree.
that's why like a lot of things happen. Like a lot of people are going through things, and they can't. It's so sad because it's like a lot of these people are all going through the same things, but because they have that shame, they don't get to speak to each
Exactly.
other
Yeah.
about it, because it's like, no, that's not our culture. We keep it in the house. When we go outside, we smile, we laugh, we dance
we act
together.
like there's no problems.
And
Yeah.
it's just so bad, because it's like we could be better as a community.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We could-
support each other more.
Yeah.
I agree. But it definitely is
Kind
an
of-
element of shame. Like when you really deep it, like when
Mm.
you think about why did
It
our
is.
parents like not want us to be expressive about these things. It's
Mm.
again, the idea of what's happening in our house stays in our house and it
Yeah.
stays in our little
But
You know.
with them, it's kind of like that. But I think with their children, like with us and stuff, growing up, we're kind of learning. We're not really that type of way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're not kind of like, oh, don't speak about it. It's
Yeah.
taboo. It's we're not that way. So I think now we're kind of getting into a place where we have to talk about it, and it's
Yeah.
obviously uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But there needs to be a sense of normalcy with these things, because it
I
is normal.
agree.
Everyone is dealing with all these problems.
Yeah.
We're
It's
not
true.
all perfect, and if we pretend to be, it's just we know what it is. It's all
and
fake.
when you
So-
and when you act perfect, you're not relatable.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
yeah.
That's it. Like, it's true. When you said that, I literally thought of Beyonce. I'm a beehive. I love me some Bey, but this unrelatability. I just thought of her. Naz is
But-
already upset.
I'm not upset. No. Look, I have my senses right, but like,
Nah, I get you,
Do you know what
sister.
as
Yeah.
well? Like, I feel like what I see is like also like the older generation is learning from us, because we are more open.
Yeah.
We are more like, so they're changing with us, because
Yeah.
that's all that, it's not their fault.
No,
Like, that's
it's
all
not.
they've ever known.
Mhm.
That's their surroundings. That's what like they grew up doing.
yeah,
I agree.
And
I
to
also-
see us be like, it makes them more open.
Open
to
And I
these
just love
things,
seeing
yeah.
that, yeah.
It's so
I think
good.
also I feel like we need to learn to be more like forgiving of our African parents.
Yes.
Because I think we're so good at like slandering them and saying like, oh, trauma. But at the same time, we have to bear in mind that there's a massive culture clash. They're
Mm.
bringing up kids in the Western world
yeah,
with their own cultural values from back home. And I just don't feel like we give them enough like credit for that. Like
Yeah.
they've
and also like
yeah.
their journey, like it's man, like
Oh,
sometimes we got to
yeah.
think about their journey, man. They've been through
Yeah.
a lot for them to come to a place where they don't even speak the language,
Yeah.
and like first generation, like you know what I mean, like
Coming
first,
from
first
war-torn
generation.
countries.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
for
like
example,
it's
yeah.
scary. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do agree. There needs to, of course, it's so easy for us to be like, they didn't tell us this, they
Yeah.
didn't teach us that, you know.
Yeah, we can
But
talk
They
about this.
they
once, yeah.
They weren't
did
taught
the
that
best.
either.
Yeah, exactly. They did, and they did the best they can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and yeah.
That's what they had. They did what they yeah.
I also think like for me, one big thing that I've learnt growing up is my parents are human. They are
Mm.
people,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
they're also figuring out this life thing just as much as we are, like with like a bunch more experience.
Yeah.
And I also like to believe that as much as our parents are our teachers, we also teach them things about life as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
And that's definitely been something that I've learnt growing up, that like I learned so much from my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Mm.
But also like there's been just like certain things, like certain conversations. We have like a very like open relationship, especially with my mom. Like we talk about everything.
Yeah.
So there's been certain things that we've talked about, and it has like changed her perspective on things, and same vice versa.
Yeah.
And it's so important to remember that
Mhm.
they're people as well, man.
100%. That's definitely something that I'm learning as I get older as well.
Yeah.
Like, you get older, you understand life more, and then you realize they're more like, but as a teenager, there was a lot of things where I was like, oh my God, they don't understand me. And I feel like there's a lot of things that will take with me, and
Yeah.
I want to keep forever about my parents.
Mm.
But there's certain things that I wouldn't, like, for example, just being a teenager and being like lost and things like that. Like, I feel like just certain things, like pushing certain things that might not be for the child.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I wouldn't do that.
To your kids.
Like,
yeah.
like,
Kind of
Like the
letting them have more of
importance-
a say.
yeah, the importance of education, even though 100% education is so important, and you can never take someone's education away from them. Like that's number one.
Mm.
But for me, like I would do that, but I'd also like explore other things.
As
like
well,
I
yeah.
feel like that wasn't something that was really in our
Because for
culture.
them it was like,
Academics were the prime of how people
also
became
it was
successful.
it was a privilege.
Yeah.
yeah.
And here it's kind of like a
100%.
necessity.
I understand
It is here. It's like a necessity. So it's kind of not even a necessity. It's just it is what it is. You have to go to school. So we take it for granted. We don't see the value in it until we're old enough.
Yeah.
Until we finish school. So I think a lot of the time we, like, that's why our parents probably pushed it more so on us. But like, of course, like now that knowing what we know, of course you're gonna let your children have a say in what they want to do and kind of determine their own future.
And even just like have hobbies and like making sure that they are doing different things, not just school,
Not
like,
just academics.
so
Yeah.
they're learning about themselves and they're
As well,
learning what
yeah.
they're like
Yeah,
and things
sure.
like that.
I completely agree, because I think one thing about the education system, I feel like this is a completely other topic, but anyways, I feel like the education system is very limiting to people developing as an individual
Yeah.
and actually building skills
Yeah.
that they're going to need in life.
oh yeah.
And also, I think one thing that's massive is academics are not for everyone. Not every single person has succeeded through academia. Like it's varying, but I get it from my parents' perspective, because that was how they became successful.
I feel like
That's how they paved a life for themselves.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
also like the educational like system, the way it's set up, it's just it doesn't. It's I don't know. It like when I left high school, I remember I had no skills. I didn't know anything about like taxes. I didn't know anything
Yeah.
about just lifestyle and how to, you know what I mean, like real life problems. I don't know. You didn't get taught any of that.
Yeah.
And I think in high school, I feel like it should be a thing where they kind of teach you about which path you want to go to and what it takes to go down that path and,
And do
things
those
like
things,
that. But
yeah.
it's so, just go to uni and these are the degrees that you can, like, you don't, no, like, you know what I mean? Like when you're 15,
Yeah.
when we were like kids, we didn't know about like being a producer, being all these like
It's
you
true.
think top
There's,
like
like,
jobs that you
cool
don't really hear. Yeah,
professions,
exactly.
yeah.
You just don't even know how people just
Yeah.
you
Even
find out,
now,
that's how they
like,
do it.
social
But
media,
I think
But
it's
social
getting
influencers,
better.
yeah.
It's getting better now, and
is,
also
it
our
is, it
parents are
is.
getting better. Like
at understanding for sure.
I'm the eldest,
Yeah.
so like the pressures that I had are not the
It
same.
eases- yeah, that's
it's
true.
not the same as my younger siblings.
Yeah.
But still, the school system hasn't changed.
No, a little bit. It's better. Like
I feel like it's more the kids and having the access to social media, which has kind of taught them
these things.
But
I
I don't
completely
think the
agree.
actual teachers.
Yeah.
I feel like they're still
Yeah.
using the same curriculum that we had when we
Yeah.
were there.
yeah,
100%.
that's
Same
true,
shit.
You're right.
And also, I think a lot of parents. There's this YouTube channel that I love. He's called Belief in Fatherhood, and he teaches his kids about basically being a black child, and he really empowers them, and they like homeschool them. And there's like a lot of parents who are like that like now, who are starting to teach their kids like all of these life skills that you need,
Yeah.
and they're just open and expressive to their kids about like some of that stuff that you don't get taught in school.
Yeah.
Which is so important. It's massively important, because that's reality at the end of the day.
That's true.
It is. I know that's right.
Fuck.
Sorry, really random, but I saw
Yeah.
this thing on Instagram about like it was just like a debate thing.
Mm.
It was like basically it's this couple and they were saying it was like an unpopular opinion and they were like our first priority is the family we created together, not the ones we came from.
Whoa.
And I was just like, I don't even know how to feel about that.
Our first priority is the family we
We created.
created.
Not the family we came from, which makes sense.
So they're saying their kids are their
Their
priority.
their kid, the husband and wife, and the kids are the main priority, not the ones that we came from.
It's kind of true. You
It
know,
is true.
once
I
you
get
have
it.
children, your children are your
A
Like,
priority,
I was just
yes.
like looking at it like,
But it sounds
It's a big
terrible.
statement.
No, it's written terribly.
Yeah. It is written
It sounds like
terribly.
they hate their
It's
family.
it's
Yeah,
shitting on
it literally
your-
is like,
yeah.
I got my own kids now, mom and dad, I don't care about you. Like, that's literally what it's
and
saying.
it kind
is,
of was because they were
I'm
kind
out.
of alluding to like saying that outsiders, being like their family and friends, kind of are the reason why like families break up and kind of infiltrate people's marriages and things like that, and kind of like
So they're trying to tell us that like you have kids, you get married, everybody else you just ignore. You just live.
they're like a number 2 or number 3 on the list.
I feel like it like
It makes sense.
I
Yeah,
get
it
it.
does-
Like your kids
there's-
are your priority, yes. But at the same time I feel like you learn how to be a family from your family.
yeah.
That's a I feel
But
like
even I understand the whole aspect of like protecting your peace and creating your boundaries and things like that, of like outside people's opinions and things like that, but it's
Yeah.
a certain extent.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's a
think, but-
line.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, man, African households, man, like, it's all about family.
It
If
is.
you got nothing
Family
else,
is everything.
literally,
Family is absolutely everything.
It's
And
like-
to be honest, like you want your kids to get raised with obviously your other, like your parents and your like siblings.
And the kids of your siblings. Yeah. Like
you
family is
want
a
all
massive
to
thing.
be together. Like
Yeah.
that is the dream.
I feel like that's the
success.
biggest difference that I've noticed between like black and white
Yeah.
people. Like, it's the how like family driven orientated people are in black culture, but with white culture, it's like it's not.
It's
I'm
not a
not saying their
massive thing.
family doesn't influence them or not, but it's like it doesn't seem like a main. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the word I'm trying to figure out.
No,
but,
I
like,
get you. Like,
you know what I mean? It doesn't like
they're happy to cut off their family.
like it's
Yeah.
not like a like, you know how we'd be like, oh, we want to make moves, but it's like, oh, well, my mom.
Well, my mom
my
thinks,
family. It's,
yeah.
like, it's for them. It's just like that's what I want to do. Let me
It
go.
is what it is.
I'm like,
Which,
damn.
to be honest, sometimes it's very like liberating and very free.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine a life where
Yeah,
I don't have my
man.
family. But I think another thing is massively in our culture, we really live to appease and please our parents.
Yeah.
And I feel like Western kids don't care about that.
Mm.
Like, they're really living their life for them, which is uplifting, but also at the same time can make you like move with no direction
Yes.
and like no like structure and clarity
Yeah.
because you
Oof.
don't
Mm.
spitting
good words.
game.
Okay.
But no, for real, it can, because when I think about it, a lot of like life decisions I've made
Yeah.
and a lot of the positive things that I've done with my life is because I just think I want to make my parents proud.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad would love to see that I'm doing this, that they've made this person that's literally just going out there and just taking the world by storm.
Yeah.
But then I feel like, for example, there's like kids that I went to school with, like, who I feel like, for example, Australia, I've never met people as unmotivated as people in Australia.
Wow.
Honestly, like,
Coming at us like that.
I'm not gonna lie,
Been in
like,
Australia for 2 seconds. No, I'm kidding.
it's like a massive difference for me because like I came from England where like everybody academics were like massive
Yeah.
and like everybody went to school, everybody went on to do something else, they went to uni. Like there's a massive like academic culture in England, like kids are driven and they do like a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
And then I came here like and everyone was just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna take a gap year, I don't even think I want to go to uni.
Mm.
And I was just like, this is like normality here. And I thought like maybe I'm just nitpicking. But then my younger cousin, like her family moved here as well. And we had the same conversation. Like a bunch of her friends were just like, nah, we're not going to do uni. Not good. Like it's just like very little motivation to
Mm.
do
I
all
feel
that
like-
extra stuff.
Yeah, not even like just saying uni. I do think there is a sense of kind of like laziness with
No,
Australia, but
I
think
agree.
but I think not even but like not with uni, just like in life.
Yeah,
but
just
I
in
think
life.
because I feel like we're so isolated,
And
Yeah.
also laid back.
laid back. It's just
Mhm.
Australia. Yeah, like you're right. Like it is Australian culture. Just chill.
Just chill,
Just
yeah.
chill, like
just
laid back.
It is.
Just relax.
But it's also like, and we're just a tad behind the world.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
We really
There's
are
not-
like
there's
it's not like
much
the UK. Yeah, there
opportunity.
really isn't. Like
Yeah.
the UK and things like that. They have so many avenues and places where
Yeah.
people can go. It's just like here, it's like
Perth is
you're-
still on the come up.
yeah,
You know?
Perth alone is.
but
come
people
on.
make
Yeah.
those opportunities, bro.
Yeah.
The opportunities
definitely.
begin when people
But where do you
start
get the
moving.
inspiration from?
You just
if
start-
everyone's doing the same thing.
Yeah, where do
like
you get inspired? Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, that's something for me. It's not even a complaint, but it's just
No,
something
I
that I
noticed.
noticed.
I totally-
yeah.
Yeah, and
Americans, people from like the UK are just like hustlers.
Yeah, like this lady that I
go-getters,
work
man.
with, she's from the UK, and she was kind of like saying how in the UK, they would get dressed up to go to the shops. To the
Yeah,
local shops.
I used to full face on
Yeah,
beats
she was
just
like-
to go to Carousel.
Yeah,
For
like
Really?
example, in England, yeah, you can't
Wow.
step out looking.
Even
No,
when
but
Shana
even when I-
Carousel's a bit. Oh, maybe now Carousel's
No.
fancy, but like even like local IGAs and things, she would be
Yeah.
like grocery stores and stuff. She'd be
Yeah.
like, nah, you'd have to look appropriate. But when she came here, she would see people like barefoot,
barefoot,
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
like
on lax,
just
yeah.
pajamas and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's
bad,
but
man.
it's normal.
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
animal.
it's
You
normal.
When
know
I
what I mean?
was when
Yeah.
I was there, like everyone, like when I was in London, they literally like were beat, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
girls, and I was
soft
it
guys
was
just to get
so
the shots.
shocking to me.
Yeah.
Like just at the shopping center, just to pick up something, like they're beat, like they're going to the clubs. Like
Yeah.
I'd only get that beat if I'm going out. You know?
Yeah.
Like
I feel like
No,
people
that's so
question those that are
normal.
beat
But
more
it's-
so
I-
than
I
those
think
that are wearing
it's
pajamas
great.
here.
I think it's great as well. I think it's
Yeah.
very. I don't
You've
know.
gotta
For
take
me,
pride.
What
I'm
is?
taking pride in your appearance.
Oh yeah.
And- And it's something that, again, that's another thing I noticed when I moved here. People just walk around barefoot, like
Yeah.
just looking shangalang, like
I feel
no
like-
sense.
Do we really? Honestly, I get this a lot, but like, do we actually do the barefoot thing? I feel like we wear thongs and stuff, but are we actually
I
barefoot?
mean, not me. That's for
no,
sure.
but like, do you see people wearing like?
Definitely,
in
man. They come
regional
into
Australia, yeah.
the shops like Grocery
I'm so blind
stores.
to it. I'm so blind to
How are
it.
you
I
blind
haven't
to
seen
it?
it
I just
so
feel like it's
much in
normal.
The
Perth.
grocery store. Have you not seen people walking without shoes and stuff?
I don't ever think. I just think it's just a
just
normal thing for me that I don't actually point
I
it
don't
out.
even get how it's
A normal thing is in like
You should only not be wearing shoes when you're at the beach.
I feel like for me, yeah, of course. Like obviously,
Or
like I
next
wear
to
my
a pool.
shoes. I wear my shoes and things, but it's
Yeah.
like when other people, I don't like look at them. Oh, maybe I'm lying. You know, I'm lying. I do question it. Yeah, you're right.
it's something I never understood. But
The
I get
other
Australia
stuff,
is
the not
fairly
dressing up
clean.
thing, I don't really question, but the shoes thing, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good thing that Australia is very relaxed, but sometimes it's too much, man. Sometimes
Like
it's
it's too
too
relaxed,
much.
like
Like,
chill.
it's too
Yeah.
relaxed. Like I'm definitely someone who takes a lot of pride in like my appearance and a lot of pride in like how you present yourself to people, and a lot of that comes from what you look like the first time that they see you.
Damn. So do you kind
Yeah,
of do you remember
that's
that thing
facts.
that was trending that was like dress how you want to be addressed?
Yeah.
Do you kind of like feel that way then? If you kind of
I don't want to say necessarily that specifically dress how you want to be addressed, but I think there's an aspect of your appearance can really shape how, like, for example, a conversation's going to go.
yeah.
Like, I feel like you need to dress appropriately to what you're trying to, like,
I
present
agree.
in that situation.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't go to an interview wearing, like, a dress I'd wear to the club.
Mm.
Do you get what I
Or your
mean?
pajamas.
Or in my pajamas, exactly. Like, I just feel like there's certain things that are appropriate and certain things that aren't for a specific like
setting.
settings. Like
Yeah.
it's very
But-
setting dependent.
But I don't think that means that you should kind of address them. Like if I was wearing a clubbing outfit during the
Yeah.
day, doesn't mean that your tone has to change with me.
No,
Yeah,
for real,
no.
exactly.
You know what I
Still
mean?
take
If
me
I'm wearing my
seriously, I
pajamas,
agree.
your tone doesn't have to change.
I
You
agree.
treat
But
me with respect.
isn't that contradicting to what you're just saying?
No,
though?
like if
But
there's a
she's
job
saying-
interview.
She's saying a job interview.
No, I'm
that-
saying how you speak to me. But obviously, when we have to look appropriate for certain settings. You can't walk up.
Yeah, of
Look, I can
course.
talk. I'll be talking shit if I was like, oh, if I wear pajamas and I go to a job interview and I'm
Yeah.
expecting to get a job.
No way.
Deuces. They
Yeah.
probably wouldn't even
You-
let me in the building. But like, you gotta be realistic. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean the way you talk to me.
Has
We can
to change.
disagree, but we
Definitely.
can't disrespect.
I think I agree. And in that aspect, yes, I think no matter what, you should always address people with respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless
yeah,
of how
I
they look
agree.
on that situation,
Yeah.
whatever. But I think as individuals, the way that you like present yourself, like I'm not saying like it should like really define how people like talk to you and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But first impressions make a massive difference.
Yeah.
Especially like in this interview setting, for example.
Yeah.
I would go to an interview like with my best foot forward and like try to dress very professionally
Yeah.
because it's something I'm taking seriously.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I know there's some people that they don't. They'll just go like in jeans or like whatever. Even jeans are cool, like whatever. If you dress it up,
I haven't
whatever.
seen jeans in an interview. That's pretty wild.
It depends what kind of jeans they are. You can
Yeah.
dress
Yeah,
it
you
up.
can. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
But it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
It depends, like
But you are right.
yeah,
It's true.
Also the job
depends.
too.
yeah. It depends on the job
It's
as
kind
well.
of like respecting yourself. So then someone like the way like if you take pride in your appearance,
yeah,
it just shows that like I feel like that you like respect yourself, and then I feel like
I agree.
that you love
100%.
yourself kind of thing.
It's like self care.
Self-care.
That's
I would say-
that's
yeah,
what
I
it
would
is
say-
for
I would
me.
say self care.
Yeah.
It's definitely self care. Like everything that I do, like for my parents, because I love clothes, man. I love clothes, but
But it's not necessarily about being all like fucking.
it's
glitz
not about
and
being
glam.
fancy, but
Nah.
just
Yeah.
in general, just taking care of yourself.
Yeah,
But man,
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, guys, should we
Wrap it up?
here?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
I feel like this conversation's been very like different, but I really
Yeah.
liked it. It was you. But guys,